Yeah. I know we're heading on into a ban list here, but I don't really care about that. I want to talk about Rogue and the success that I'm seeing across all of these weird variants over the last week or so. I've gotten some very strange lists in my inbox. Anytime you guys do well with Rogue or something like that, feel free to send it on over to me. I'd love to check it out and just report on it. I've heard a lot of cool things, especially with ice barriers. All right, now let's dig on into 5 interesting things that I've seen recently, shall we? Make sure you guys smash that subscribe button so of course you don't miss out on cool discussions like this. So I want to talk about the impact of Brigade. Now, you guys are well aware of Bird Up and all the other cool things that the meta side of the deck can do, but there are other things that are running around right now. We recently covered the Fire Fist variant. I know a few players were super excited. Somebody reached out to me from the Fire Fist Discord and was like, oh my god, like, small world after all. I'm like, yeah, it's actually really cool. I've got a Gladiator Beast Brigade deck sitting in my inbox right now. I haven't actually got the chance to cover yet. Like, hello? You know, like, between like Ancient Warriors being Beast Warrior, Gladiator Beast being Beast Warrior, Fire Fist having the cool combo potential and things that they have right now, Brigade is helping these rogue decks. And I mean, sadly, some of them are still ending on, you know, some more Glink plus Barrier Statue. I know, yeah, sorry to tell you about that. But from a local level, in like the tier 2 category, this is actually pushing the rogue category to some sort of a cool extreme right now. So just because you see the more meta build and you're a little bit discouraged, you're like, I don't want to do this, you can still pick up Brigade. You can still play Blackwing Brigade, Ancient Warriors, you know, Zodiac, you know, obviously you have all of these variants that you can pull from, and obviously it's not stopping everybody else and their mother from interacting with this. Like I said, frickin' Gladiator Beast Brigade. I'm actually really shocked to have actually seen the Fire Fist build do something. I knew about the whole explosive Fire Fist combo earlier in the deck's life, but it never really took off. So to see it now with Brigade definitely made me happy to see new variants and stuff be given to the deck. Now, next up we have Super Quantum here. Now, I believe it was 4-1 out of the Fargo remote duel. And yeah, the remote duel event that they have there for locals last week. And earlier on in the deck's life, I think back in January, one of my local players was messing around with Super Quantums, and there are a lot of cool different things that you can do with this. You can go for the Super Towers Megazord if you want to. You don't have to go for the big Megazord, but you do have options available to you in terms of deck building and construction. I think a lot of players really are going to look at Super Quantums and go, well, yeah, you have a good generic toolbox available to you. How do you want to adapt to this? All right. So also, you know, making big Megazord guy is probably one of your best things to do. Also, worst case scenario, you get access to Zeus, and then Zeus can go burr with things. So very consistent engine for wanting to break boards. Actually wants to break boards. I know, right? Reading through some of the stuff that I was getting about Super Quantum from the duelist that was playing it really piqued my interest. I didn't actually understand the amount of lines of play that you could do with this. I'm gonna be honest with you. So if you want something relatively interesting for the overall potential to shock players, was one big thing he did put in his notes for when I was reading through his breakdown and stuff for it, was honestly, the deck, players just don't read cards, and they fall victim to the, oh, I didn't know about that happening. Because as soon as the big guy comes out, your opponent's just going to be like, well, that's unaffected by card effects. Unless you have a kaiju, you're going to be in a really bad position. Alright? Now, next up, Armed Dragon Thunder. Alright, do I need to say more about that? Really? They finally did it. Now, this is a local top going 4-0. Now, at this point in time, should we really be surprised to see that Armed Dragon finally performed? I don't know if you guys have read the big Armed Dragon monster anytime recently. I recently did, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I was like, oh yeah, so big level 10 here. So this card has to be special in their Armed Dragon, blah blah blah. Its name becomes level 10. Its control cannot be switched, by the way, so keep that in mind, right? That would come up in some scenarios. Nah, you can't take control of it. Alright, cannot be destroyed by battle. Once per turn, once per opponent's turn, quick effect, send one card from your hand to the graveyard, target one other card in the field, and destroy it. And if you do this, thing gets 1,000 attack points. By the way, the attack boost is permanent on this. So I found myself in like every certain situation that I play against this stupid deck. I can't find an out for this guy. And you would think it would be that simple, right? Like, yeah, you just interrupt it, do something to it. Every time I play against this card, I just end up losing. Maybe I'm just playing like the worst of decks against it. Maybe it's only I come up against it with the worst decks. But I find myself every time I'm in this situation going, oh, I wish I could take control of that Armed Dragon. Oh, I wish I could destroy it by battle. As you're looking at like this 4K body over here, and you're like, well, you know, that would be great. So, yeah, they did Armed Dragons actually correct with their latest edition of the power-up, and it's actually getting the chance to do something. Who would have guessed? Now, actually coming on up here is Madolche. So my friend actually just recently went 4-0 with Madolche at locals, and I believe the deck will still be legal post a ban list coming. If you guys want to see that list, of course, communicate that with me through the likes, and I will try to get that list up for you guys. It might be a straight net deck of one of the more recent ones that came across the table, but generally what I've been seeing with this, we actually had 2 Madolche players recently at locals do well. 2 weeks ago, it was won by a different local of ours, playing Madolche, went 4-0. And then actually this recent weekend, my friend piloted the deck and went 4-0 with it. So I don't know what's going on with these tasty little treats. Like, they retreated into the back, all right? Like, they disappeared, all right? I knew Madolches were like a very good rogue deck for a little while, last format, and then they just disappeared off the face of the planet. And then you kind of look around this format, you're like, what's going on here? And then all of a sudden, back out of the woodwork comes these tasty little treats back at it again. Also, evidently, Tiara Misu not targeting actually matters right now. Never would have guessed that one in my life, alright? But, means that we can out certain things that can't be targeted. So, you also build these stupid large boards. Like, for no reason. Like, you can go first, and you can, like, completely load up a field just to look at your opponent and go, good luck. Like, and it's not even like it's a hard board to break. It's just like you had interactions off of the ticket, everything gets shuffled back into the deck, glass flow is able to protect stuff. Like, the holy mother of extenders this deck actually has going for it is absolutely insane. So, who would have guessed? Alright, candy little treats out here doing something. Like I said, if you guys want to see that list, show some love on the likes. And, well, feel free to leave comments and tell me if you guys want to see that as well. The last thing I want to talk about here was ice barriers. Now, all of you lost your mind. I think half the comments on the video were, second place in ice barriers? That's something I never thought I would hear in my life. And I'm just sitting here like, look guys, it's a structure deck, right? Like, it's bound to have some sort of success in its life. I think the only one that really didn't have success was the Charmer one. Every other structure deck has had some sort of value in its life. So, to see ice barriers do successfully at a local shouldn't surprise anybody, alright? Like, actually, it should be really cool. So, I know personally a few people like, alright, this gives me ideas for where I want to head with this. Sam did wonderful exposing the world to his ideas for the deck. So now it's just players are going to start pulling from all these different categories of ideas and going, all right, well, this was successful here. Let's see if we can apply this here. Or maybe I don't like that idea. We can pull from here and try this. So, hey, whatever works. Am I right? Or am I right? So that's actually really cool. See, at the end of the day, that even ice barriers, baby, of all things, got the chance to do well. So those are the top 5 rogue decks I've kind of seen doing well right now. Granted, like I said, we're hitting on into a ban list here. That'll all change, but some interesting stuff nonetheless. So make sure you guys smash that subscribe button so you don't miss out on more excellent discussions like this. And I'll see your beautiful faces back here later on in the day for some more cool, awesome content. Have a good one, guys. Peace. Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out VanCool40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCool40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mcoolgames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.